the cocoons that they get the silk, I guess. But I enjoyed seeing that. Yeah. I was in Singapore, and they had, at the airport, they had orchids. Had beautiful orchids in the airport. Have you been to Singapore airport before? They're just beautiful. There's orchids at the airport, orchids, flowers. Oh, they were just so beautiful. No. Just really pretty. And they smelled so good. But I enjoyed seeing all the orchids there. So this is my daughter and her dog in Colorado. Yeah. I was visiting her. Yeah, Bandit. His name is Bandit. And that's a friend's dog. Yeah. He's so cute. Yeah, she's a sweet. That's my daughter. And her dog. Yeah. We were up high in the mountains. So we got to short around.
How many dogs do you have?
Dogs?
Yeah. How many dogs?
My daughter, each one of my daughters has one dog.
I think you're a dog. I have 3 dogs.
You have 3 dogs?
Yeah, to take care of 3 dogs.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. 3 dogs.
Wow. There was snow still up in the mountains. I'll show you the snow.
You like snow?
Her face. She's got her glasses on. Yeah, she's like me. We always have glasses on. She's taller than I am, and she's not real big. No, she's not real big. She's very strong. She's very strong. She's very strong. Yeah. She likes the outdoors. She likes to hike up in the mountains.
She's now
She lives in Colorado, so she lives. This is one of the mountain areas we visited. There was still snow in the mountains.
Where?
In Colorado, way up high in the mountains. So
pretty cool.
it was very nice that day. Cooler, but very nice. Yeah, very nice. So, I was going to find one that has a. Yeah, so that's a picture with the mountains behind her. So I brought her. But we went down in and the dogs got to roll in the snow because they like that. I don't know, we're gonna have to get started because these ladies are just gonna be out there chit-chatting.
Maybe you're going to eat the first on the second. You show me you're going to eat the first on the second.
That's the second daughter. Yeah, she's 26 now. So, yeah, 26. She's my baby. She hates it when I call her that. And that's the lake.
Beautiful.
Beautiful lake, yeah.
Scenery.
The dog likes to go out in there and swim. And that's overlooking.
Oh,
Pretty. This is a good picture without the glasses. So, all right. Everyone, we all have our phones and our tablets, what would we do without them? Oh my gosh, oh yes. I haven't been on, oh my gosh. And I don't have internet here, but you posted, so I've got to get you on Facebook. Oh my gosh, yeah. Oh, and I look so, oh, young, I look big, very fat. Oh, Peter and I, yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's so good. You look cute. I love your hat. I'll have to get on Facebook, and you're under Susu SP. Is that Susu? Okay. SP. Okay. All right, we'll get started again. Thank you for the fruit too. That was very good. So, my daughter and her dog, and she doesn't have her sunglasses on. So.
The legs is.
Oh, that's her without sunglasses. Now you can see, yeah. Nice. Yeah. And that's just around from where she lives at. Yeah. That's my daughter, my youngest daughter, and her dog in Colorado. So I was visiting her. Her name is Mallory. She's 26. And her dog Bandit. But that's her without her sunglasses on.
She looks very active.
She is very active. She's always hiking. She and her dog, they're like this. They're always together. Yeah. So people say she looks like me when I was checking out. Beautiful. Oh. I just found out. So she's 26 and she works. She works for a law firm, legal. Yeah. She's a paralegal. She does all the stuff for to help the lawyers.
Not a lawyer.
She's not a lawyer. No, she doesn't want to be a lawyer.
The youngest.
She's the youngest. Yeah. She wants to go back to school, study, and be a history teacher. She likes to do history.
อาจารย์เรียบร้อยเจ้าแล้ว
Yes.
ตายแล้วเมื่อกี้นี่เองเหรอ
All right, let's.
เสื้อของเมื่อวานนี้อาจารย์ใส่ชุดนี้
We're going to do this.
ใช่อาจารย์ใส่ชุดนี้
เมื่อวานนี้นี่เนาะอ๋อวันนี้ไม่ได้
Let's go to page 59, and you see this
หนูหน้าเบี้ยว
this big paragraph.
เรียบร้อย
You use the words that are up here in this little box to fill in the blanks, and then we'll go over that. So the first, number 1 is answered it, they put in worthwhile.
อ่าน
And when you're done, we'll take one sentence, each person can take a sentence.
Who are speaker Who are speaker ใครเป็นคนพูด teacher
ทำข้อไหนยังไม่รู้
ยังมีใส่แน่น
And then this little story tells us about what we were talking about earlier.
teacher make a sentence
Hmm?
make a
What do
sentence
you us to do
where
Yeah, so they filled in the first one with worthwhile. So today she is meeting, so last summer, Almaz volunteered at the public library downtown. She liked working with older people because she felt that she was doing something worthwhile, which is in the box here. Yeah, worthwhile. So you know what I do when I am doing something like this is I just kind of cross it off. Okay, today she is meeting with Steve, the volunteer. And what would be, what word would you put in number 2? What one of those words up here in the box would you use?
teacher I don't understand
Okay, let me go through, I'll go through the words in the box. Okay, so then, all right, so the words in the box that would be associated as a job would be coordinator. And Susie's asking, what does coordinator mean? Coordinator means that it's somebody who coordinates. They make sure everything is running smoothly. Coordinating different positions, coordinating functions. Coordinate is such a part of my, let's see, coordinate is
ทำให้พร้อมกัน
to make
ป่ะ
function.
ข้อนี้ถึงแบบช่วยเหลือ
ช่วยเหรอ
ประสานงานประสานงาน
Is to help
help
make things function. Putting different appointments together.
เหมือนกิน
So that's what a coordinator is. So we were talking about Steve and Almas in a different setting when we were discussing that. Yes. Than what the story's about. But that's good. Has anyone ever had to go to a nursing home or rehab or anything? I've helped people who are in rehab. Is everyone just about finished? Not finished yet?
Yes.
Something
But I don't think it's right.
You don't think what you wrote down is right? We'll find out.
But I guess it's my
You never know. So we have over in the United States nursing homes, and then we have rehabilitation centers. And they are different. So a nursing home is where someone has to go if they can't take care of themselves for whatever reasons, and they need to have some nursing care. A rehabilitation center is kind of the same, but they are helping people to overcome through exercise their physical issue that they have going on. So rehabilitation centers, people go to them, but they don't stay there very long because they want to move them on to home or just get them past where they need to be doing all the exercises. They have hip replacements. I know I don't. Oh, do you want me to check it now? We will go over it in class. Yeah.
มันเบลถึงไหนนะ
Here you go.
สองคนที่เชื่อดี just give
Wait to see what you put here. It says very careful, be compassionate. And this should be patient. And when they are working with the residents. Residents are the people who are, the residents are the people who live there in the nursing home. They reside. So when you reside someplace, reside means to be at or to live in, be in. So that's resident. And patient, you need to be patient with someone. In other words, you need to be calm and not rushing someone and just maintain a calm nature about yourself. Be patient. Don't expect something real fast to happen. Just to attend orientation. Perfect. do you want me to just go around to each one of you, or do you want to just go through it for out loud in class and read the answers? Maybe we can just go around. Each sentence, do you want each person to?
Yes.
Okay. So we'll start with, I don't know how many sentences we have here. We might have fewer sentences than we do. Okay, so we've got the first one. So last summer, Almaz volunteered at the public library downtown. She liked working with older people because she felt that she was doing something worthwhile.
ภาษาอะไรก็ได้
Okay, so do you want to read first?
Today she is meeting with Steve, the volunteer resident at the Christ Farm, a nursing home.
Okay, now, so a resident is someone who resides, who lives in a place. So Steve would be, he would be more of a worker in the place. So Steve would be a volunteer coordinator. He is coordinating the patient's care. So he would not be a resident because he doesn't live there. So number 2 is coordinator.
Coordinator.
Steve is today she is meeting with Steve, the volunteer coordinator. So he works with the volunteers, like people like Almaz, who's coming to become a volunteer. He's working with the volunteers to coordinate their time that they will be spending there working. So he coordinates times. So with our classes here, for instance, Brother John coordinates who's going to be teaching classes. He coordinates the teachers. Who wants to read the next sentence? Okay, Matt.
She wants to volunteer there to find out if she likes working in the healthcare field. Steve tells her about some of her responsibility at quiet times. He says it is very important for volunteers to be compassionate and patient when they are working with residents. He asked.
Yeah, good. You got a lot. You had a bunch of words in there. So compassionate. Compassionate is.
Number 3 compassionate.
What is compassionate?
Compassionate.
Compassionate. So compassionate is being calm, patient, listening. So if someone's compassionate, you want to be a listener, to make sure that the person you're talking to is calm, you're understanding of their problems. You're dealing with elderly people. I know with my mother, I find it hard sometimes to be compassionate to her because so I have to say, calm down, Kim. It's your mother. Be respectful. Be compassionate. Be kind. And so sometimes being compassionate is not always easy, but it tells you about yourself a lot. And so compassionate and patient are similar. Patient is just, again, being calm. Compassionate is kind of listening. I'm trying to figure out what the differences in the two. To me, they're so much alike. So compassionate is caring, listening. Patience would be just willing to listen and be quiet.
we understand.
Understanding, to not rush. Yeah, so patience and compassion are very close to me. Who wants to read the next sentence? Tom, do you want to read the sentence?
We ask us to make a commitment to volunteer at least 3 hours per week.
Good, so commitment. So commitment is, what's the commit? Commit is the root word. So you commit to something. In other words, you say, I'm going to do something. It's best that you commit to it. I'm going to do it. It's not, I might do it. Maybe I will do it. Maybe I will show up, but I commit. I say, I will do it. I promise you I will be there.
I intend to do.
Huh?
Promise to do.
What that?
It means promise to do or
Promise
or
to do.
intend to do.
Well, intent is not, if you intend to do something, it means you might do something. You intend to do it, but it might not actually happen. So intent is not as finite as commit. When you commit, you've already made the decision to do something, to do it. It's an action. You've already said, I'm going to take action and do this. Whereas if I intend to do something, that means I might take action. I might do something. So there's not a commitment. Yeah, commitment.
It mean agreement. Commitment is mean agreement.
Agreement. I agree to do something. They're different. Agree is to just come to a conclusion that you come together. You and I agree that learning English is good, but that doesn't mean that you are committed to learning English. So does that make sense? So commitment and agree are two different things. That make sense? But that's good to bring out words like that because they seem to be alike, but they're not. So, yeah, agree. I agree with you, but that doesn't mean that I'm committed to you. I'm not committed to follow your belief, or I'm just pulling words out of the sentences out of the air. But so does that make okay? So who wants to do the very last one then? We still got quite a bit of time here. Would anyone like to read that last sentence? So yeah. Next one.
Almost action and orientation.
Almaz agrees to attend an
Orientation.
orientation. So do you know what orientation means? You don't know what orientation is?
Orientation program.
Orientation, it's to explain a program. Orientation.
First
It's
time.
to lay out what you're going to be doing. So if you go to a work orientation, they're going to lay out what you need to be doing in that job. And like the first day that I came here, Brother Tim brought me around to orient me to my surroundings and where I would be at. So it's an introduction. And then the last one.
She says she can't wait to start volunteering.
Volunteering, yes. So can't is A contraction of what?
Cannot.
Cannot. Good. She cannot wait to start volunteering. So she's excited.
ยิ้มลงไปหรอยิ้มไม่ลงเลย